Hello and welcome back to Genshin Impact. Today I'm finally gonna get C6 Amber. It took way too long. Yeah, I sadly never got any constellations for Amber from the standard banner. And so I had to get all the constellations from the shop. And even though I started playing back when the game was released, I missed the first two Ambers from the shop. So I could have already had C6 last year, but well, it took a year longer. Took until 2024 to finally get C6. But yeah, it's April now. That means she's back in the shop. So yeah, take a look here. She should be there. And yeah, there she is. This C6 for my Amber. But before I actually buy the constellation here from Starglitter, I do have a few more pulls in the standard banner. 31. So I'm actually gonna use those 31 pulls right now and see if I can maybe get lucky and get C6 here. Probably not gonna happen, but you know, before I use the Starglitter I might as well try one last time to actually get an Amber from the standard banner. That's never happened before, but maybe today is the day. Who knows? But yeah, with that being said, let's just jump right into the rolls and see if I can get C6. Also, pity here is 20, so I'm not expecting to see a 5-star here. I just want Amber. And it's another sacrificial fragments. The last time I rolled on this account, I got a bunch of these. So yeah, kind of funny to see it again. But definitely don't need it anymore. It's like R30 or something at this point. Okay, tempo number 2. Another 4-star as expected. But is it Amber? It's Kave? Which is actually new on this account. I don't have him yet, yeah. As you can hear, he's talking. That means it's the first time I've pulled him here. Okay, so I guess that's not the worst. It's a new character, but not the one I wanted to see here. And I don't really have any plans building him. Okay. Last tempo for today. And it's a frickin' Rain Slasher. Seriously? Come on. Give me another 4-star here, please. Nope. Okay. Well, I have one more blue fade. Last chance. And it's blue. Okay. Yeah, well, I at least wanted to try. I had 30 pulls in the dream, and now the dream is dead, but I do have enough star glitter. So, yeah, let's just do it. There we go. C6, finally. And yeah, I'm actually really excited about this C6, because I play Amber as a support, and this constellation is a pure support constellation. So yeah, let me explain the build before I activate the constellation. So, as you can see, she actually has pretty decent attack. Well, that's partly because of Pyro Resonance right now, because I also have Yanfei in the team, but even without Yanfei, I think it would still be over 2k. So actually decent attack. And also, not the worst crit rate and crit damage. I did go for a little bit of crit stats, even though I use her as a support mainly. She has a lot of energy recharge, mainly because of her weapon, which is the elegy for the end. And then, of course, some pyro damage bonus. The weapon, as I already said, elegy, which gives a lot of elemental mastery to the team here. 100 elemental mastery and also 60 to her, I think. Yeah. So 160 for her, 100 for the entire team, but the more important thing here is 20% attack for the entire team. So that's basically a free noblesse effect. And talking about noblesse, that's the artifact that I'm using on her. It's actually really good for her because she has a very low cost burst, so she can basically spam this. And also with the elegy, I should have probably explained that her burst hits so many times in just 1 or 2 seconds that the elegy buff basically gets activated immediately after you use her burst, almost immediately. That's why Elegy is a really good weapon for support Amber. And then, yeah, combined with the Noblesse set, she gives 40% attack and 100 elemental mastery to the entire team just by using her burst. So yeah, Amber is actually not a bad support. Obviously not like Bennett level of attack increase here, but she's still pretty decent support. And I don't use Bennett on this account, so yeah, Amber's a nice alternative. But then, with the C6, she's gonna give an additional 15% attack and 15% movement speed. The movement speed is whatever, but the attack is really nice, because now in total, with Noblesse, Elegy, and the C6, you're gonna get 55% attack and 100 elemental mastery. That is pretty good. So yeah, let's just... Actually, no, let's not activate it yet. I want to compare before and after. So yeah, let's just go to Masanori now in Inazuma and see how much she can actually increase the attack of our other characters. Since it's all a percentage instead of like a flat attack boost like Bennett has, the base attack of the character that gets boosted also matters. Like for example, Chiori has 865 base attack, and my Navia has over 1000. So obviously Navia here is gonna profit more from Amber's buff. But Chiori also should see a nice increase here. So let's look at the attack here. 1700 and Navia has 3500. And yeah, let's just use Amber's Burst and see what he does without the C6. And then I'm gonna activate the C6 and basically just compare before and after. Okay, yeah, just simply do this and the buff is active. So now Chiori has over 2k attack. Very nice. And Navia 3900. So after I activate the C6, I'm pretty sure that's gonna be over 4k. And yeah, that's really nice. Navia already has really high attack just by herself, without even any support. But getting over 4k, I'm kinda excited for this. But first, of course, I have to recharge the burst. Some damage with the Baron Bunny. Yeah, 22k. She actually is doing decent damage. And as you can see, burst already back. So yeah, let's just activate it now and see the difference. Okay, I hope that the elegy cooldown is gone now. So let's just try again. Let's wait until he stands still so that we don't accidentally miss the burst. Okay, and there we go. Now, Chiori has almost 2200 attack. I mean, pretty much 2200. And Navia, over 4k like expected. Oh yeah, that's really nice. Seeing 4k attack on a character. Yeah, you don't see that very often. But yeah, as you can see, in total, Amber increased the attack here by over 500, I think. So that is actually a non-negligible buff. But yeah, it's one thing just seeing these attack numbers, but another thing talking about, is it actually viable? So how about we just go to the Abyss for a real damage test here with this team. Now this will also serve as proof once again that you can play C0 Chiori with Navia. Yeah, as you can see, still C0. I already did this like a week or two ago, where, you know, cleared Abyss with Chiori and Navia. But back then it was with Furina, and, you know, I have seen some comments since then, not on my video, but, you know, just generally in the internet, on YouTube, Reddit, and so on. People being like, well, yeah, of course Chiori is good if you use her with Furina, because, you know, it's Furina. But I'm gonna prove today that you don't really need Furina to make C0 Chiori do a lot of damage. And also, at the same time, prove that Amber is a good support. So let's do that. So, oh, Abyss has reset today. I forgot about that. I thought I could jump straight into floor 12, but, well, gotta do the other ones first. Should be pretty easy, though. And yeah, now we're at floor 12, and I'm pretty sure this is the same as last time. Yeah, so I'm just gonna use my Bloom team for the first half again, like last time. And then second half, yeah, last time I used Jean, Furina, Chiori, Navia, but like I said, this time, of course, it's about Amber and how well she can support. So I'm gonna use the same team I used earlier in this video. And yeah, just short explanation, Yanfei is here as a shielder and healer. She has the prototype Amber and of course is C4, so she gets a shield when she bursts, built with a lot of HP and energy recharge. Classic Tank Fei build. Then, of course, Amber as a attack support here to increase Navia's damage and also a little bit Shiri's damage, since Shiri scales also off of attack, not just defense. And yeah, Shiri, sub DPS from off field, and Navia, of course, is our main DPS. Pretty simple team, actually. I don't think I have to explain anything else here. Yeah, very straightforward. So let's just go in and see if we can get 36 star here, and I'm pretty sure we can. Okay, I think that was actually the fastest first half I had so far in this Abyss. So yeah, you got a lot of time here, and first chamber is just the Jade Bloom Terrace Room, which should be very easy. So yeah, let's just get the rotation started here. Yeah, already half of its HP is gone and we have over a minute left. So this should be no problem whatsoever. There we go. Okay, yeah. First chamber, pretty easy. So let's continue on to the second one. Okay, so we took pretty much exactly 1.5 minutes in the first half, which is actually slower than usual. Yeah, kind of funny that in the first chamber I was faster than usual, and now I'm slower than usual here, but I think we still have more than enough time for this here. Yeah, again, already halfway done here, and still over a minute left. So he's gonna go into, or it is gonna go into its second phase soon, probably. Maybe not. Come on, go into your second phase. Just use burst here. Should have gone into its second phase already. It's weird. Okay, now. Okay, yeah, but still pretty easy. Ah, that didn't crit. Okay, but doesn't matter. I don't want to use any more bursts and stuff. Just recharge here a little bit. Okay. Yeah. Wasn't my best run ever, but 3 stars are 3 stars. I made some mistakes, but it's fine. Let's continue to the last chamber, which also shouldn't be too hard. So yeah, let's go. Okay, pretty decent time on the first half again. So second half shouldn't be too complicated. But I'm not gonna use Ember here immediately in Yanfei. I first wanna get rid of the shield. Okay, there we go. Now unleash. And done. Almost a minute left. Yeah, pretty easy. So, I'd say we have sufficiently proven that Chiori at C0 can be used with Navia, and that is possible even without Furina, and that Amber is actually a good support for attack scaling characters like Navia, especially if they have such a high base attack as Navia. Now, just to clarify, Bennett is of course still better, you know, nobody's denying that. It's just that I don't like Bennett, so I'm always looking for alternatives. And I just love Amber, and she's actually really good as a support, you know? Not Bennett level, but still definitely viable. As you could see, floor 12 wasn't really a problem here. You know, people are always pretty fast when it comes to calling characters useless in this game, but the truth is that there is no character who is really useless. You just have to find the right way to use them. And obviously using Amber as a support is not the only way to use her. You could also use her as a DPS. There are more than enough videos out there of really crazy Amber mains, soloing stuff with just Amber. I gotta say, I'm not good enough to do that. I admit that. But I found my Amber niche, so to say, with support Amber. And now that she's C6, I'm definitely gonna use her even more than I already did. Because that's just a free 15% attack on top of all the attacks she already provided through Noblesse and Elegy. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. And yeah, have a nice day.